I built this crazy budget streaming setup that can also get a ton of FPS. So first, we do have the gaming PC for this streaming setup. And this right here is a mini gaming PC. And just like a month ago where I built a super cheap streaming setup, I do use a mini PC for the streaming setup just because it's super portable. And I wanted a really portable streaming setup that I could bring with me anywhere. And in the cheap streaming setup, I did use this mini PC right here, which definitely was really good, although it isn't a gaming mini PC. So yeah, basically I'm gonna be upgrading this smaller and less powerful mini PC from my cheap streaming setup to this crazy AI mini PC. And yeah, I did review this mini PC a few weeks back. And let me tell you, this thing is a really powerful mini PC that only comes in at about $600. So it's honestly relatively cheap for a really powerful gaming PC. And since this thing is fully powered by AI, it's gonna be so much more powerful for streaming at higher qualities. So instead of testing out streaming on 1080p, I'm gonna be testing it out on 1440p this time. Since I mean, this mini PC is just so much bigger compared to the budget mini PC. It definitely packs so much more powerful specs inside. Streaming while playing games should be no problem for this mini PC. And right off the bat, I mean, you guys can really just already tell the difference between these two PCs. We've upgraded from a much smaller mini PC with less powerful specs, which still ran streaming really well, into this huge mini powerful gaming PC, fully powered by AMD's Ryzen AI, and it does run on AMD's Radeon graphics. So I mean, yeah, this thing is just super powerful for gaming and streaming. When I tested this out a few weeks back, this thing literally ran close to 400 FPS, which is just crazy. I mean, this thing is just a super small gaming PC. It's not gonna take up too much room for the streaming setup. But yeah, the CPU inside of this mini PC is the AMD Ryzen AI 9 HX370, a really powerful CPU for especially Fortnite. And then paired with that, we also have 32 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte of storage. So I mean, yeah, really powerful gaming PC, especially for streaming as well. Since we're gonna be doing so much multitasking with the Ryzen AI, this is just perfect for the setup. Now, next up, we have a pretty budget webcam for the streaming setup. And this is a huge upgrade from the cheaper streaming setup just because we finally have a webcam for this. Like I said, I'm gonna be using a keyboard cam, and this thing would be perfect for that. And this thing is a 1080p webcam from OBSBot, which is their Meet SE webcam. And I believe this thing only comes in at $70, which is really cheap for a webcam. And it's coming from like a name brand company. So it's not gonna be like a super cheap webcam that you see on like Amazon or whatnot. It's really small, so definitely gonna fit in the setup easily. It's not gonna like block like the monitor screen or whatnot. So yeah, it has a really small form factor for a webcam. As you guys can see, really light, but it does have really nice video quality to it. And I'm pretty sure like the lenses could follow you. So if I decide to use face cam or whatnot, this would be a perfect webcam. And then right here, we have the stand that is just magnetically attached. So I mean, yeah, really huge upgrade from the cheaper setup. Since this time for this streaming setup, we do have a webcam, which I mean, if you're not having a webcam in 2025 with streaming, I don't know what you're doing. Really easy to install. That's what I really like about this webcam. It's basically just plug and go, and it's relatively cheap for a webcam. So definitely really good. Now, moving on to the keyboard I have for this streaming setup. This right here is a $30 mechanical gaming keyboard I found on Amazon. And it's really just a mix between fast and also having really nice aesthetics. For a streaming setup, you really don't need the fastest peripherals, but I did want to also get a really cool looking keyboard since we're going to be using like a keyboard and mouse cam for like the stream. And this right here only costs $30, and it looks really good. I mean, you guys can already see like this really cool design on this keyboard. Now, next up, I do have a much more premium microphone compared to the last mic that I used on the cheaper setup. This microphone is a Fi-Fi microphone, and it only costs $60, which is really cheap for a microphone, since a lot of the higher premium microphones out there literally cost more than like $500, while this thing is only $60 and has some really good sound quality to it. And just taking a look at this microphone, you guys would assume this thing is the Shure SM7B, but no, this thing is a Fi-Fi microphone. It's honestly like a budget version of the Shure microphone, which is literally the mic that all streamers use. And then as you guys can see, it comes pre-installed with like this little ring thing where you guys can basically attach it to a microphone boom arm. I did keep the same boom arm from the cheaper streaming setup. I didn't upgrade the boom arm because a boom arm upgrade really wasn't necessary. But yeah, with this Fi-Fi microphone, we can go ahead and just attach it to the boom arm. Super, super easy. This is honestly like the perfect mic for this setup. Only costing $60 and have some really, really good sound quality. You guys are gonna hear it later in like the stream and on OBS. This thing is definitely really, really good for its price. And inside the box also comes with a keycap holder as well as the USB-C cable. Now I'm pretty sure this keyboard does have red switches, and honestly a lot of keyboards I use are literally red switches, so this is just perfect. Yeah, you guys can see the red switches on this keyboard. It's definitely really, really fast as well. Like I said, it's just a mix between a really nice looking keyboard as well as a really fast keyboard. And also being such a cheap gaming keyboard, you would expect the build quality to be pretty bad. But if you guys take a look, this thing is somewhat premium for its build quality. Just from like the front, this thing kind of looks like a custom gaming keyboard. Everything is plastic, but it definitely feels really sturdy, not like the super cheap plastic. And yeah, here is what the typing actually sounds like on this keyboard. But yeah, for only $30, definitely a really good pickup for the streaming setup. It's gonna look really, really cool on like the keyboard cam for the stream. Now moving on, I have the gaming mouse for the streaming setup. It is a wireless mouse from Logitech, and it is their G305, which is supposed to be a really light and also wireless mouse. Now, nothing too crazy. It's a pretty budget mouse coming in at only $30. And all I really needed was a wireless mouse for streaming. You really don't need to go for the fastest mouse, but this mouse is definitely a mix between fast, lightweight, and a wireless mouse. And I'm pretty sure this thing is also really, really small for a gaming mouse. So inside over here, we have the Logitech G305. Yeah, you guys can already tell this thing is a really small mouse. Here's my hand on top of the mouse. I mean, this thing literally just covers the entire mouse. And for $30, this mouse can go up to 12,000 DPI and has a 10 times power efficiency, and it is their hero sensor, so it should be pretty good apparently. And since we're gonna be streaming, this thing will last up to 250 hours of gaming, so there should be no problem while using this. It definitely feels like a really good mouse. It has decent grip, that's for sure. Scroll wheel feels pretty responsive. I'm pretty sure we can just go ahead and pop this thing open and put in the battery in here, just like that. And we also have the USB dongle that I literally cannot take out because I literally just cut my damn nails. You guys see this? I literally have no nails. I can't, like, yeah, I think this thing is definitely a really solid budget mouse. Like the feet glides definitely feel pretty nice. Like the glide for this mouse definitely should be good. And then if you guys hear the switches, it feels really, really clicky and fast. So I'm just hoping this thing is really responsive. But overall for $30, pretty solid mouse. And then for the mouse pad, this is the first time I've ever bought a RGB gaming mouse pad. But literally the only reason why I bought this is because it would look cool for the setup. And this thing was only $5. And it's huge, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Holy. Yeah, for $5, this mouse pad is definitely really, really big. You guys can kind of see it's taking up most of my table by now. But since it is RGB mouse pad, you guys can see at the ends where like the stitching and stuff is, you guys can see an RGB strip just running through it. The material of this mouse pad is definitely not the best, but for $5, I'm not complaining just because we have a pretty big mouse pad that also has RGB, and we can go ahead and just connect it to the PC using this USB-C cable connecting to this mouse pad. Yeah, really, really solid. Let's go ahead and test out the glide from this mouse pad using the Logitech mouse. And oh, okay. This thing glides like pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, this thing's actually gliding pretty good for $5. That's actually pretty good. So yeah, just a pretty simple RGB mouse pad for $5. Really, really good for the setup. And then to wrap things up, we have this gaming monitor right here. It is a Acer 165 Hertz gaming monitor that is 1440p, which is the resolution I'm gonna basically stream on. And I got this thing only for $60. So really, really good steal. Really good deal for this setup, especially since we're gonna be running above the 160 FPS mark now, compared to the old gaming PC where we barely reach 144 FPS. So yeah, really, really solid 1080p gaming monitor. I'm not running a dual monitor setup for this, but if you did pick up two of these, you could run a easy dual setup, which will only cost you around $180. Really, really good steal. All right, so this is what the entire streaming setup is looking like now. First off, we do have the microphone on this boom arm. It does light up, so it's really, really cool. And this right here is the gaming PC that's powering this entire setup. It is a gaming mini PC that's super, super powerful. Paired with that, we have a $60 165 Hertz gaming monitor. On top of that, we have a $70 budget webcam. It's gonna record at 1080p, which is just perfect. We also have this gaming keyboard that lights up really, really nice. Super, super bright. This keyboard just looks amazing. And then we have this $35 Logitech mouse that's super, super light. It's a wireless mouse that has a ton of great glide. And it is on this RGB mouse pad that I definitely expected to be so much more brighter. You guys can kind of see it's like barely lighting up, but this thing was only $5, so I cannot complain. And this setup does have like a ton of wires running through it. I'd say that's the only bad thing about this setup. There are a ton of wires. I do have it on a USB hub thing, and there's just like a ton of wires, which is really, really bad. But let's go ahead and load up OBS, and I'll show you guys all like the streaming settings I'm gonna be using for Fortnite. Okay, so I have OBS opened up, and you guys can already see I set up the keyboard cam for the stream, and it is through this webcam, which is really, really nice. Honestly, the video quality is definitely pretty good at 1080p, so it definitely should make a really, really good keyboard cam. Next up, we're gonna be adding the mic, which is the Fi-Fi mic. It is the K658. Let's go ahead and add that. And yeah, that's all I basically have to do. Now I just got to add up Fortnite and just go ahead and change some OBS settings so it's like really, really optimized for this gaming PC. Okay, so first off, before I even start streaming on this PC, if you guys take a look at the max FPS this PC could get, I mean, this thing is just super, super powerful. We're pushing close to 330 FPS, and we're getting a pretty consistent like 280 to 290 FPS in creative. And I mean, the FPS on this PC is definitely really, really consistent. Even as I'm building, we're still getting about like 260 FPS, which is just insane. I mean, this streaming setup is literally fully powered by a mini PC. So yeah, really, really smooth. All these peripherals are also really smooth. I'm gonna get to that, but first we're just gonna go ahead and start a stream. I will have the link of the stream linked in the description for you guys to actually take a look afterwards. And we're gonna be seeing how good it is running while we're actually streaming. All right, we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and click start streaming. And there we go. We are streaming now. Let's go ahead and get into a reload game. I want to hear how good this is. Hold up. Okay, I feel like there's a little bit of echo, but I think that's normal just because I'm watching the own stream from like the stream. Okay, so if you guys take a look at the FPS that we're getting on stream, even while streaming, you guys can see we're pushing close to like 210 FPS with this mini PC. Even while we're streaming, I'm not sure how the stream quality and everything is. I gotta take a look at that. We got one person in the stream. The mic is echoey. I don't know how to fix that. I promise you it's not the mic. I promise you it's not the mic. I don't know how to actually fix that. That's the problem. I think I fixed it. Hold up. Is it better now? Let's just drop in first real quick. Let me know if the mic is still echoing, because this time it's a better mic for streaming. So 12, yes sir. 200, perfect. Is the stream lagging or anything? Let me know, because just from the gameplay, this PC isn't like getting any frame drops or anything. So far, really, really good. I think we're still running at about like what, 180, 170 FPS. Really, really solid. Full box. Cracked. 200, let's go, perfect. Yeah, we're not getting frame drops. I definitely did not get any frame drops in that fight. Really, really good. Even while we're streaming in the background, so. Hold up, we gotta check up on the stream. Hello, vid. What's good, what's good? Okay, it's running pretty smoothly, I think. I just have it set at 720. Yeah, I think it's running really smooth, the stream, so it should be good, right? Oh, what the? There's a guy right here. Wait for him to edit. 80? Oh, there's so much going on. I don't know what's happening, hold up. Hold up. Yo, I got heal. Cracked. Wait, what just happened? We just both died. I gotta change like the mouse sensitivity. I feel like with a different mouse, this thing definitely feels a lot heavier. Yo, let me know how the stream is looking like now. Is it like lagging or anything? Because right now running Fortnite, we're still running at about like 180 FPS. So I don't think the stream should be like lagging or anything. For the most part, the game is running really smooth on my end, even while I have OBS running in the background. So I don't think there should be any problems. Bro, this guy's a freaking rocket. Where? I don't see this guy. How am I not hitting this guy? Am I Okay, stream, you guys did not see that? Crack. 200. Let's go. Hold up, let me check up on the stream. After I pick this up. Free kill. Bro, I tabbed out. Okay, we're good. Okay, perfect, free kill. 200, perfect. All right, I can go ahead and check up on the stream now. The stream is working? Perfect, perfect. So the stream is working. I think it's pretty smooth too, because we're running at about like 160 FPS in Fortnite. I am kind of far from this mic, so it might feel a little bit weird, but I'm only far away from this mic only because I am like on an angle, you know what I mean? But this mic, honestly, does it sound better quality? I'm pretty sure this thing sounds better, so. Oh my, I forgot to change the sensitivity. 200. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. This thing's actually running good. This PC is actually running streaming while gaming actually really good. And it's a mini PC too, bro. That's actually crazy. I'm gonna check back on this stream later after the video is actually over to see how good the video quality is. 24. Okay, in the end game, we're getting about like 170-ish FPS, 180. I don't know if this is a good time to check up on the stream. Let's go ahead and just check up. Yo, what's good, Wave? Yeah, the stream is still running pretty smoothly, so there's no problems with that. 200, perfect. Okay, we didn't get frame drops fighting that guy too, but I don't know what just happened. We're running still like 150 FPS. I don't think this thing dropped below 100 FPS, which is really good for when you're streaming at least. Really, really good that we're not dropping below 100 FPS. All right, let me actually change the mouse sensitivity now, just because I said that like 5 times and I haven't done it. No, 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 wrong thing. No! Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? I'm actually horrible. Okay, yeah, this streaming setup is actually not that bad. I'm pretty sure it ran pretty good through the stream at least. It's just you gotta tweak up with like the OBS settings, which I'm really not too sure about, but it runs really, really good. Let's go, bro. GG's.